And why does it do that? And good afternoon. Yes, we're back. Back again with some more X-Plane and some more flying. Hello, Spasimo, Captain William. And John, good afternoon. Yes, here doing some more flying. Stepped up a bit from the single props we were in last time. And hi, Chris. This time have gone twins. And I am in the Duchess. And we are going from Cardiff, which is where we are here. In Wales, isn't it? Lovely. Cardiff initially, anyway, across to Shannon over there, and then with a button off to follow. Then from Shannon up to Sligo, which is up here somewhere, I think. And then we'll see what time we get. We may even just nip across to Belfast after that. So we'll see how long it takes. But initial first route anyway is across to Shannon, and I am joined by behind me to my left is Rox. You've lost some E's. Is Rox E?
Yes, its flight server won't let me put more E's in my call sign.
Did you go near Manchester? Did they get stolen?
Quite possibly, yes.
It's that flipping Jaffa.
Jaffa, yeah.
Stole.
That's why he's not here, hiding from us.
He's selling some E's in Manchester. Actually, probably not the only person to be doing that. Hi, Chris. Over there to my left as well is Sander. Hello. Oh, actually, what plane are you in, Roxy?
Oh, I'm in the Beechcraft Baron 58, the G1000 version.
Oh, yeah, I'm just old school in a Duchess. I've got a G430 though. So over there is Sander. Hello, Sander. What plane are you in? You're in the Baron 58 as well. I should have gone Baron then, shouldn't I? And here somewhere, although we can't see him in any form whatsoever, so he could be anywhere in the world really, and getting really confused, is Gaz.
Oh, hello, me.
And what plane are you in? Not that we can see it.
Diamond DA62.
Which is an awesome plane. And you are actually here in Cardiff with us.
I will be in a second, yeah.
Okay. How am I? I'm doing good, thank you very much. Okay, so if you guys want a taxi first, while I get my map back in. So taxiway, we're going to go from here, cross the active, down D, down A to there, and take off on runway 30. Haven't got the flight plan installed, but what I'm going to be doing is going up to Duchess, I've set as a waypoint. And then when I get to Duchess, I'll then set Shannon as a waypoint, and then we'll just fly straight over to Shannon. So about 50 minutes or so, this first leg. And Roxy's already gone. He's there. He's gone. So I'll get myself ready to taxi then. Hi, Dylan. Off with the brakes. Well, yeah, it'll cruise somewhere between 140 and 160. I haven't flown it for a while. Beginning of the year, I think, the last time I flew this. So, it was either this or I bought... what's that low slung thing that flies up in the Shetlands that I bought? Where the undercarriage... The wings are above the fuselage and the wheels come from the wing. I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, I was going to play that.
Not the DL228, is it?
That's it. Yeah, I haven't flown that yet.
Oh.
So it was either that or this, but I just thought I'd drag this back out.
I feel like I've got it.
So yes, just decided as well, there's going to be some more flight this week on Thursday.
Approaching 30.
In jets. We've done a couple of prop flights. So going to drag the Zebo out on Thursday for a UK flight on Thursday night. Or maybe from we've done Jersey before, maybe like Guernsey up to Leeds or something like that. I've got a Dornier. Yes, I've got a Dornier. I haven't flown it yet. You've got Berlin X10 and some buses for OMSI. I do like X10. Can you drag the 727? I haven't done a 727. I've only flown a 727 once and a DC-8. We'll be doing a late night flight on Saturday this week, which possibly a 757. I could do a 727. It could be interesting. Once I get it started, anyway. Which I think there might be some sort of written down list of how to do that. I don't know what they call it.
Oh,
Some sort of do list or something.
Oh, can it list? No.
No. I don't know. See, I think there's probably some. If you think someone would do that, give you a list of how to do, you know, turn this on, then turn that on. It's just poor, I think.
It would be helpful.
It would be really helpful. Checklist. No, that's not it.
What's going on here?
So yes, so Thursday night flight this week. So if you're watching this on YouTube, then that could go on YouTube as well. Emmanuel. Wasn't that the guy in 40 Towers, the waiter person?
Emmanuel.
Or the 70s VHS films he used to get.
Conditioning.
I've only started a 727 once, and that was with help. And I'm the only one in the group, I think, with the 727. So it's not like there's anyone around me that can help you with it. I'm going all the way down here. I'm not going there. So Roxy's going into there.
I had a technical problem.
Oh, yeah.
I think another plane has spawned inside me.
Oh.
Me.
When's the next time you're going to play Tourist Bus? I don't know. Next month. Carburetor ice expected. I better turn carb heat on then. Okay, we'll wait here. Oh, lots of braking. Right, so Roxy's there. I'm down here. Carb heat. Heat the carburetor. Which there's probably a... you think there'd be a switch for that somewhere, wouldn't you? Pitot heat is there. Is there a carb heat button? Please say there is one, because if there isn't, I'm screwed. Carb heat. Oh, there we go. Be those there then. Carb heat on both carburetors. There we go. Bit of heat to the carbs. Stop them freezing. Put the yoke back. Right, where did Sander go? Oh, he's there, just crossing.
He's crossing over now, yeah.
How many victims on board? None. It's just me.
I'm going to have to...
Right, Roxy's going to go. I think Steam might be somewhat alive again. Wow. Yeah, I had some issues yesterday. I wanted to record my Fernbus video and had to wait for the download of the update, which, as you'll see, caused me some problems, as you'll see in a video coming up. More fences in the W906 this time. Right, Roxy's going. I'll taxi my way out then.
Approaching 30.
I know, that's a ripe old age.
On runway 30. Flaps.
Flaps noise is pretty cool. Right, 2 doodahs of flaps, technical term. Steve driving a plane in the 1970s. Yes, indeed. It is old as gas.
Wow.
I know, nearly. Airspeed is alive.
We're gonna go over the Black Mountain. Altitude.
And we are airborne. Gear up. Flaps up.
Treehouse.
And off we go. Right, Sanders there. Gaz is somewhere.
Yeah. Technical.
And that's the British Airways maintenance hangar that's there at Cardiff. And Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden fame has got a maintenance company based in Cardiff as well. So aircraft maintenance firm. I'm guessing sharing part of that same hangar. Is there a predicting thing? There will be when we get up in the cruise. So flying to our first waypoint, which I've got set as Duchess, which is in 22 miles. And then I will set our first destination, EINN, as my waypoint. So Orbex, True Earth, looking rather nice below us. Sanders in the air. Cardiff Bay out there. And an Aer Lingus plane in front of us. About 100 knots in the climb. Heading up into the Brecon Beacons.
I'm determined to take off, bearing in mind I spent 2 hours planning this flight.
Yeah, you're determined to get there. That's saying 2 hours and 38 minutes to my destination. That's hopefully not the case.
No.
We're going to stop at Swindon. No, completely opposite direction, and we haven't got an airport here, so that would be tough. Right, so there we go. Levelling off at 2,000 feet. There you go. That ETE time is now going to drop. Somehow you seem to stream more than people who have more followers. Yeah, and I will be increasing the streams in a few weeks' time. I've stopped streaming on a Monday and Tuesday to give myself a couple of days off, but I might start streaming again on a Tuesday. So currently I have a Sunday night off and a Monday night off. And, well, you know, Crisp, it's never been about the followers for me. Every time I stream, I lose subscribers. So I'm a reverse Twitch streamer. Literally, every time I log on and open up Twitch, I lose subscribers. Most Twitch streamers log on and go, oh, look, I've gained. I don't know. Mine goes down. But I don't care.
I don't know what's going on here. I might have to restart my computer.
Oh, that's not good.
This happened the other day. Like, the world goes black. It still functions, but the world goes black for like random lengths of time. It's a GPU type issue. I tell you something, never run SLI. Never run SLI. It is a massive pain at the bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not using SLI in the simulator because it causes it to chug, but the computer itself, Windows, is running in SLI. And I think when I screen share, not that I've been doing it now, obviously, but when I screen share, I did it the other day, and it caused, that's what seemed to trigger these random blackouts.
That's a lie.
And yeah, so it's like trying to do a lot with a lot of different combinations, causing it to get its knickers in a twist. But I don't know, I've reset the graphics driver and it's still doing it, so I don't know how to stop it.
Take a card out, sell it.
Well, yeah, but then I'll be down to 1080
And?
I mean, Euro Truck's probably the only thing, Euro Truck and ATS are probably the only things that actually 100% properly use benefit from SLI and get like 1 billion frames a second. I may be exaggerating.
Yeah, slightly. We need to get Noz back in MP flat. People come and go, Spasimo. I've been doing this for, 4 years now with the Discord. And people come, they part of the streams, they have other things going on in their life and gaming, and they go. So people come in, people go out. The only person I can't get rid of is Gaz. Actually, no, in all fairness, Gaz, I think it's you and Tux are the only two that have been around from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Of the Discord. And Larwood.
Yeah,
I think Larwood was here from pretty much the start. And that's it. People come and go. People get other interests and go off and find other groups, and it's fine. Or sell both GPUs and buy a better one, says Dylan.
I'd like that, but the lag between it, and also I'm not sure how much I would get. Does anybody want to give me, I don't know, £2,000 for two 1080s?
They're not worth that. Not used.
I'd like to think they are.
Hi, Welsh Gaz. We're flying over Wales, Welsh Gaz. We're over the Brecons.
Oh, I'm restarting. BRB.
We are in Wales. And I am here. Not far from Caerphilly. And Pontypridd. I had to go to a meeting here once, some really rough industrial estate. I'm sure that was Caerphilly. Where the hell was it? It was around here somewhere.
Where's the Tidfield?
It was a company that had their office above like a pool hall. So people were all the unemployed were paying pool, and you had to park up in this really rough alleyway and got this office upstairs. It was as dodgy as anything. I couldn't wait to get out of there. Anyway, this is where we are. In Wales, isn't it? Lovely. Flying up to Duchess and then turning left and going to Ireland. You're 10 minutes from Caerphilly. You sold your 1050 for 85 quid, says Dylan. Yeah, Gaz has got 1080. I've got a GTX 1080, which is probably the most expensive bit of my PC. You would join the flight ones, but waiting for the beta to fully release as it gives the best performance. What, Vulcan, you mean?
It'll be a long time.
Yeah, it'll be a while. Have I dealt with the Italians and Romanians? Not the weekend. God, no. I know I've got to deal with them tomorrow morning, but I'm going to worry about that tomorrow morning.
Right.
Yeah, Vulcan. I'm looking forward to Vulcan. The new PC I'm going to build, probably over Christmas, is going to be AMD based for the first time. And so that will give me, hopefully, a huge increase in X-Plane. Yeah, it's the I'm going to rely on. There's new processors coming, aren't there, the next few months? So I'm waiting for new processors. Hi, NT. Still saying 1 hour and 3/4 for me. We might only get as far as Shannon at this rate.
Speed at 140.
Yeah.
So I've pulled right back. I'm doing 150. Slow down a little bit more.
Yeah, so I'm in sort of the cruisy speed, sort of 140, 150. I could speed up a little bit, but when I get to the turn, I'll see what it says, because that'll just be a straight flight then. If that's how long it takes to get to Shannon, then well, that's how long it takes. Go to 150.
My ETE saying 1 hour 26.
Okay, so it might just be a Shannon thing then. We'll see.
I've got 1 hour 30 BT to the runway at Cardiff.
Hmm.
Wait, is that where
No.
we're taking off from?
No, we're taking off from Cardiff. You don't want to fly
Yeah,
to
I
Cardiff.
know. That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, it's going to take me that long before I get to the runway.
So we'll wait till the turn. I've got 5 miles to go, and then I'll change the destination from Duchess to Shannon. So 2,000 feet, could probably go a little bit higher. In fact, I will. Although we've got cloud, so I think no, we'll go 4,000 feet.
Yeah, I was a bit dubious about 4,000.
I'll try 3,000. See what that gives me. Speed's going to drop off a little bit. But I do love the way True Earth looks.
Well, Penny Fan, which is the highest peak in the Brecon Beacons, is
It is.
2,900 feet. So
We're not flying directly over that, though, I don't think.
no, we're not. So
We should be,
3,000 feet, you'll be fine.
we'll be fine. Average flying time is 1 hour and 10 minutes in real life, yeah. But we're flying a bit slower, aren't we? Hi, SimHub. So yeah, 3 miles to go and I'll have to turn. And I can back off the mixture a bit. That'll give me a bit more speed. I'll do that once I get to cruise speed, because RPM is quite high. It's well off the green. There we go. Oh, into cloud. We'll bring those revs down. There we go. Keep them in the green. Yeah, 3,000 feet wasn't a good idea. We'll see if we can go 4,000 and get above them then. If not, we'll have to come down below them. Right, 1.4 miles to go until I've then got to physically reprogram. Oh, actually, we're just on the border at in and out of the cloud. Oh, there we go. Oh, doesn't that look nice? That's a view. Oh, God, it's not bloody F12, is it? That one.
It does look nice.
Right, so let's reprogram. So direct to E I N oh, N, Shannon. Enter, activate, and we turn. Wow. Where's the flight going? There we go. Put that in there. Right, so towards Wales we go. Give the old girl some beans. Well,
What do you mean towards Wales?
towards Wales, towards Ireland. I knew what I meant.
Trying to confuse you guys.
I've got to keep the revs down, so throttle's all the way forward.
I can't see anything in the sim toolkit.
I don't know why it's working.
It's random that, because
Yeah.
it was. I saw you earlier. You looked like everything. But now I can't. Mind you, I don't really know where you are, so I probably might not be looking hard enough.
Well, somewhere between Cardiff and Ireland.
That's narrowed it down, thanks.
Oh, there we go. It's saying an hour and 16 minutes. So yeah, it probably is as Shannon is as far as we'll get to, maybe.
Okay. So no more black screen. Everything's on. Wait, that's not on. That.
Right,
Oops.
so this is where we are now then, or I am. So I'm there. Sander is just to my left, so just north of Merthyr Tydfil. And Roxy is out there. Bit of rain coming up as we head towards the coast. Is streaming the same times as next week? What?
It's good languaging.
Yeah. Are the streams next week the same times as this week is probably what you're trying to say. I will post information later on. Yeah, it's going to be Wednesday Wreckfest, Thursday flying, Friday ETS2, Saturday then something single player. I don't know what yet. Or Friday something single player, Saturday trucking. I don't know. Maybe Friday trucking. Because we get to Scandinavia. Then next week we'll do trucking on a Saturday because we can go longer. And do something single player Saturday night. Saturday may not be doing golf. It's one of those things, as enjoyable as the golf is, I think it's one of those things that I can't do train sim until I've recorded a video, but then it won't. I've either got to do a 4-hour train sim stream to do the bits I need to get me to Reading, or a 50-minute video which doesn't quite complete the journey. I don't think it's been so long now. I could just do a 50-minute video and then do a 3-hour train sim stream. Yeah, I don't know. Forza. I do want to do the Forza. That might be a good one for Saturday. Do want to complete that Forza with everyone stays in one vehicle. So I think that'd be quite a good, have a sort of longer Forza session on Saturday night. Hi
Yes.
Trent.
Hey Trent.
Hello, Trent.
It's Trent, by the way.
Look everyone, it's Trent.
Oh, Trent's here.
Oh, is he? I've only just looked at his name, and he's got 555 next to his name, which obviously Trent is after the bus people, I'm guessing, because he's geek. I bet the 555 is his favourite route,
Probably.
which is quite sad, really.
Yeah. And we're off.
You were having issues with Forza last night, kept disconnecting you. Oh, that's not good. Trent Barton and 555's favourite number. Should be 666,
There you
really.
go.
Yours is 555, the number of the bus. Not the number of the beast, the number of the bus. Yeah, actually, I'll have to reinstigate my Xbox Live to be able to do Forza. I should really try it on the PC again. I'm going to do the climbing up higher because we're in the clouds. I'm going to go to 5,000 feet.
Yikes.
Although lower wouldn't. I'm going to go lower because lower would have been.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
otherwise
at 2,000 and it's fine.
Yeah, lower's probably better because otherwise we're not going to see anything. We're just going to be. I'm going to go 3,000 feet then. There we go. How is everyone and Mr. Chester? Oh, well, I'm in class as an everyone then. Doing good for a Sunday afternoon. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you go on YouTube, is it on YouTube? I don't know. Hello, that was a noise. Mr. Master Pilot. See, that'd been better as Master Pilot. But thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube or live and you want to join us on any of these flights, we do generally post in advance on the Discord as to what we're flying and where we're flying and at what time we're flying. So always happy to have new people join us. And the software we use to get us all into multiplayer is free. We use a combination of Sim Toolkit Pro and X-Flight. That thing. Both of which are free. Steve, yeah, that's me. I'm at 3,000 feet now, and I'm still in cloud. I am going to risk it and descend a bit further.
Risk it for a biscuit.
We'll go to the 2.5. Oh, there we go. Okay, we'll go 2,500 then. There we are. I'll speed up a bit now as well. That's better. Yeah, we can see now. This scenery looks stunning. Who's flying today? Well, 3 of us are actually in the air currently. Myself, Roxy and Sander. Gaz is having issues.
No, I'm in the air.
Well, I can actually see you now on Sim Toolkit.
Who?
You.
Oh, bonus.
Just approach, or you just took off.
By the sound of it, he just crashed.
No, I just switched the autopilot on and I started to do a barrel roll. Like, oh, turn that off.
What yoke or joystick do I use? I use the Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog joystick with the Cytec throttle quadrant and Thrustmaster rudder pedals. I would use a yoke, but that would mean taking it on and off the desk. So I just leave the joystick there, the throttle quadrant stay there, and I just have to move out the rudder pedals and bring in the G27 pedals. Oh, there you go, the predict thing's working now.
I kind of feel like I don't know, I've done something wrong or what, because every time I turn the autopilot on, it's just puts me into a left-hand or anti-clockwise barrel roll. I cannot figure out why that is.
That's not good. Unless you've got the stunt version of the autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, predicting butter, not really a rate in feet per minute.
Yeah, you're better off predicting in deaths per minute.
Yeah. The Gaz can't drink because he's at work. When he goes to work so that he can finish work, then come home again from work, I should imagine then he will. Allegedly has worked this morning. Allegedly. For 4 hours.
Yeah.
So he got to the yard, had a coffee, chatted, got in a van, drove somewhere, had a coffee, chatted, went and kicked a bit of rail, got back in the van, drove back to the yard.
No.
Okay.
No idea what's going on.
He didn't go somewhere and kick some rail. He just went to the yard and went home again.
This is highly inconvenient because I'm going to have to hand fly this because I just can't turn the autopilot on.
That's a lot of hand flying. Oh, that got a bit... Uh-oh, that's turbulence.
Oh yeah, I'm just getting a bit of a wiggle here, but I'm not very high off the ground.
Yeah, 1,000,000 feet per minute. Could be a bit of a descent rate.
It's not ice, it's got an outside air temperature of 17, so, I mean, why would it be ice anyway?
Right, so engine RPM is fine, fuel pressure's fine, fuel quantity's fine, oil pressure is fine, oil temperature is fine, cylinder temperatures are both fine. We're actually doing okay. RPM's 2,500. Yep, we're definitely in the cruise. A little bit slow at 130. I could probably notch it forward a little tiny bit. But Wales looking rather nice. Never been to this bit of Wales. I've been to South Wales and North Wales. Never done the bit in the middle. Actually, I've been to the Brecons once to a motorbike show at Built Wales.
Built Wells.
So yes. So leaving the Brecons behind. Heading out towards Cardigan. Didn't bring mine with me.
Oh, I'm just going to turn the autopilot on and see what happens. There you go.
Might sort itself out.
Oh, yeah, no. Death's going to occur. Maybe?
Must be.
Oh, aircraft overstressed.
Oh, not surprised it's trying to do a barrel roll.
Yeah. Okay. 'Cause there's just... I'm going to have to... That's...
Why are you typing in chat, Roxy? Right, hopefully I'm not too much... Well, I'm above the height of the wind turbines. Mic muted. Ah, okay. Who's Mike? Is he in? Why is he in the stream?
Mike's a mutant.
What plane's he flying? Is he the one that suggested Gaz should do a barrel roll? Roxy is like Chesney Hawkes. He is the one and only. Who I think is still coming in October.
Oh, Chesney Hawk.
Yeah, Chesney Hawkes. I'm such a famous YouTuber that Chesney Hawkes is coming to the October meetup. Actually,
Cool, isn't it?
you probably only have to send him 50 quid and he probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming. Hotel's booked.
Yeah. So I feel like we've got 5 of us for 3 weeks' time. Once Gaz gets his ticket booked, then there'll be 6 of us for 3 weeks' time. So it's not raining that day. Any corned beef on board? No. That's in the title, actually, of the video when it goes live. Corned beef and snow. I think I couldn't fit in corned beef and TV licensing. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, go back and check out the trucking stream that went out when's this going to go on YouTube? A few weeks ago, and you'll see what we're on about. Corned beef is served cold. We're not going down this argument again. Must be a New Zealand thing.
Yeah, definitely looks different.
Oh, I've got clouds looking a bit grey.
Oh yeah, that's Roxy. There's Steve.
Got a bit of yellow on my terrain radar.
This thing sounds so nice.
Okay, let's try this.
From there, that's where it sounds nicest. Right, so 140 in the cruise, hour and 7 minutes to go. Nice driving. Flying. Piloting. Commanding. Navigating.
Oh, I think that plane was broken, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, have you changed aircraft now?
I've changed it to G36, yeah. I've got my menus back. Well, it's either the plane or the flight plan that I'm loading in causes something weird to happen.
Well,
I haven't taken off yet.
read the flight plan. Take off, fly at this angle, barrel roll, carry on flying at this angle.
Yeah. I think it's got some sort of spiral type element to it. I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
You're going Sims and Stuff island travelling now, but listening to the amazing stream in the background. Oh, who's amazing stream you're listening to? Can we all tune in? Is it someone good? You're back, you had spaghetti with bolognese. So you had a spaghetti bolognese. I don't know what I'm going to have for my tea tonight. I was going to do a roast, but I can't be bothered. I had chips yesterday, so don't you want chips again? A pizza on Friday? Yeah. I honestly don't know. Might order a takeaway.
Our butter's broken as well.
Something from Iceland. Some corned beef. I haven't got any corned beef. Actually, I think I might have a tin of corned beef in the fridge. Sausage roll and custard. Sorry, what now?
Who what?
I've got some custard. I've got nothing to go with the custard.
Oh, yeah.
Bastion.
Oh no.
Thank you very much for the follow. Sausage. You are really weird. Where are we now? Are we nearly there yet? Wales. There's the end of Wales over there. There's a big sign up. Well, there's a Gaz just appeared in front of me randomly. At West Wales Airport, Aberporth. So yes, that's where I am. Roxy's there. Sander is there. Gaz is there. And flying over to Shannon. So that's probably the only place we're going to get to today then. Is Shannon. Isn't that a song by the Killers? Where are we now? Pass. Hi Kieran. How are we doing? Lucky I called the stream X-Plane Cardiff to Shannon multiplayer Duchess. Because that's what it's going to be, I think. With an hour and 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's got a long flight, isn't it?
I didn't think it'd be this long. I thought, oh, okay, we'll do Shannon and up to Sligo and then maybe across to Belfast. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. There's going to be a lot of water coming up soon. How's the bird? Quiet this morning.
Not even halfway. Wow.
The Ryanair plane in front of me at 28,200 feet. Apparently it's David Bowie who sung it. Okay. It's fast, only if you get the Zebo. Well, I don't think there's any direct flights from Cardiff to Shannon. Did you miss much? Taking off, and then that we're here. So the bit between the start and now is what you've missed. So if you go back and watch the first 45 minutes of the stream, you'd have caught up. But obviously don't do it now, because then you'll be 45 minutes behind again. Then you have to go back and watch that 45 minutes, and then you'll be another 45 minutes behind. By the time you go and watch that 45 minutes, we'll be nearly finished. So don't do that. Maybe wait till after the stream and do that. You missed a lot last night. You did. I said I think this Wednesday's Wreckfest is going to go on YouTube as well, just to get people to see what we get up to. Right, here's the Wattery bit now coming up. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's September, and to look back a while and you'll see the video. It might not be September, you could be watching this in March, but you know what, it's going up in September. Your mum kept telling you to do stuff. Well, that's not good. Do it all during the day. She's not telling you, not asking you then. Yeah, never been to this bit of Wales. Been further down that way, sort of Haverford West way, and been further up that way towards Barmouth. Never actually done the bit in the middle. So we went to Haverford West, and Milford Haven, and Tenby, and Saundersfoot. Did that with Gaz year before last. Did all sort of that bit, and I've been up to here. Barmouth, Porthmadog. So I've done that bit, but haven't done the bit in between. So that's where we are now, about to leave the coast at Cardigan Bay. Merry Christmas, Happy Easter, Happy Halloween. Exactly. Mum meant to pay me £20, but never did. I'm still waiting. Oh well. You shouldn't do things for the money, you should do things to help your mother. People should watch my ballet dancing videos when you upload them. Well, right, so there it is. Goodbye, Wales. Out there somewhere in the gloom is Ireland. Again, no, I've been to Ireland, been to Northern Ireland, not Ireland. Went to Northern Ireland with Gaz as well. There's a theme here.
Yeah, it's depressing, isn't it?
Watch Steve's career advice tips on Tourist Bus. There was a couple of weeks of me doing that. Your name is Irish. I thought your name was Kieran. It must be really confusing. Are me and Gaz married? Someone said that last night. We're like a married couple. But no.
I'd like to reiterate that, but also append the word Christ in front of it. Christ, no.
In capitals, bold and underlined.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Twice.
I wonder whether I should start. No.
No, don't start.
I was tempted to start sharing the screen again to see what happened.
Steve has a wife called Susan. Wife/husband. Wow, that sky is turning a strange colour.
I'm really close to you.
Oh yeah, well, you know.
I'm 1,500 higher.
Of course you're not in X-Flight, are you? I was about to look out the window for you.
Yeah. I was in the process of Googling. I couldn't remember what that was called. I was Googling to see if I could fudge it so it worked. But I don't know.
So, it said that officially it doesn't support it, but there is a workaround, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I do like X-Flight. We've had our issues with it at the beginning, but it's been, touch wood, it's been quite stable the last few streams. Right. So out over the Irish Sea we go, leaving Wales behind us. Well, not quite. It's over there. Did I crash again last night? I was crashed into last night. With some force. It was a really enjoyable stream. We had one person with us, I won't say any more, that was slightly ruining the stream. And that caused some issues. But it was actually really enjoyable. So if you're watching this on YouTube, go and check out the 3-hour Iceland trucking YouTube video where we lose traction. It's just, ETS is just amazing. And the views towards the end, it's just stunning. Right, so we're all grouped together here and making our way. What sort of a place name is that? Yeah, that's a place.
I think that is letters out of a Scrabble game, is it?
It is. That's a really good score in Scrabble. Oh, apparently it's a long way to there. Depending on... And...
If you know the song.
Yeah, if you know the song. And everyone think of a rhyming poem when you get to the place near where we're going. That's where we are.
Oh.
Oh?
Blooming ATC want me to climb to 8,000.
8?
That's 11,000.
11,000. Or climb by 8,000 feet.
I've requested 8,000 feet lower, so 3,000, and they've denied me. And I'm quite upset now.
So what happens if you don't climb? They just keep whinging at you?
They do, just keep whinging at me. Please expedite your clean.
Yeah, like you used to in FSX.
I'm assuming that's what happens. I know. You know, I quite like this. So, they want me to do 11, and I'm at 4. Request 6,000. Oh no. I wasn't looking when I've requested 17,000 feet. That's not right. It's just getting complicated.
Still in the Aer Lingus. See, there's a vote of confidence that, you know, I'm not saying all Aer Lingus flights end up in Ireland, but there's one in front of me somewhere. 38, 37 miles. Okay, it's heading towards me. We're fine. We should be fine. Keep an eye on it, someone. 36 miles, getting closer.
It looks lovely.
That's weird, because I've got an Aer Lingus roughly the same sort of height, with almost the same airline code.
Yeah, it should be the same if we're both using global traffic. It should be exactly the same aircraft. Right, Sanders over there.
EILSH318 mine is.
328 I've got.
Yeah.
Flight level 299, 444 knots, 29 miles away in the cruise. I've never been on an Aer Lingus flight before. No, the only budget airline I've been on is EasyJet, and that was just to Dublin and back, Belfast and back. That was alright, half an hour flight. Actually, could do an actual Ryanair flight on Thursday. That could be interesting. I'm back as Gaz managed to get it up now. Sorry? Oh,
Yeah.
Get up now. Yes.
I'm almost directly above
You
somebody.
think you need popcorn on that stream? We half missed. Oh, you definitely did. Steve should go on Ryanair to experience mixed experience. We are planning a Sims and Stuff trip to Dublin next year. So I don't know if that'll be on Ryanair or EasyJet or what. Which I'm guessing will have to involve an overnight stay because of, you know, Dublin. So I'm imagining it'll be a fly out on a Saturday, fly back on a Sunday thing. I wonder would Steve do a Ryanair landing at Shannon? Well, I said we'll do that on Thursday. We'll pick a Ryanair flight that's an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half long. See where they actually fly from, and fly on Thursday. Because I haven't flown the Zebo for a while, so I'll whip the Zebo out. Which, if you're watching this on YouTube, then that will hopefully go on YouTube as well. Ryanair pilots are crazy. They do full reverse thrust and full brakes. Well, they're trying to save money, aren't they? So they try and do things going full reverse thrust, which I imagine would cost more in fuel than going heavy on the brakes. You can do my local airport in Italy. That's serviced by Ryanair. Depends on the length of flight. You're happy you only fly with TUI and Jet2. Yeah, I flew with Thomas Cook back and forth to the Canaries. That was alright. 4 hours wedged in a seat. Couldn't move. Ability to Stansted, which ran 2.5 hours. Yeah, it's about an hour too much. Other airlines are available. Well, not many of them currently. They're getting less and less, unfortunately.
Yep.
Tough time for the airline industry. Thankfully, the company I work for does work at Heathrow and Gatwick and Stansted, Bristol, Southampton, most UK airports. And work is still being planned, so that it's going to bounce back. Terminal 3 is opening next week or week after at Heathrow. That's been mothballed. That's reopening. There's only one terminal shut now at Heathrow, or as of next week. I remember once I had to wait 6 hours for my TUI flight home from Malaga due to a plane in Turkey had an engine fault. Well, when I left Belfast to come fly back to Liverpool, we all left at roughly the same time. There was me, Gaz, Fozzie and Adam. Adam was flying back to Stansted, I think. Gaz was flying from Belfast City, not Belfast International. So Gaz was dropped off to get his flight. Adam's flight was on time, so he left. And then it left me and Fozzie that were flying back to Liverpool. When our flight was due to leave, it was in Amsterdam. So we had to wait for the flight to go from Amsterdam to Liverpool and then turn around and then go from Liverpool to Belfast, turn around and then get us on it. I think we ended up being 2 and a bit hours late. And as we landed, I now had to drive all the way to Perth in Scotland. And that was quite a long day. My passenger wasn't very happy by the time we got to Scotland.
How long did you say for the Ryanair flight?
About an hour and a half. Roughly. Because we generally a 2 hour stream in the evenings. Italy to Romania. It's an hour and a half. You know, to either arrive or depart in the UK somewhere. And being an evening as well in the summer, keeping it in real time, it's nice to land, to depart somewhere and land in the UK. But what if there's an actual flight on Thursday night that we could follow if it departs at sort of 7 PM ish? Get really geeky. You could not do Liverpool, so you could go to Belfast first, then Liverpool, so you could pick it up first, and other people's were not a thing. No. because the plane was due to obviously go Amsterdam, Liverpool, Belfast, Liverpool. I'm guessing Liverpool, Amsterdam. So it's the same plane, but it was late leaving Amsterdam, so it then had to go to Liverpool, drop off people from Amsterdam, pick up people from Liverpool to go to Belfast, pick us up to go back to Liverpool. So we were about 2.5 hours late getting to Scotland. We could look on flight radar. Yeah, but have a look. Let's see if we can get really geeky.
I'm on as we speak. Because the Sim Toolkit Pro has a built-in thing where you can look at real flights.
Okay.
And that's what I'm currently on at the moment.
You should have picked Ryanair to Scotland from Belfast. Problem is, I live in Swindon. I was picking up Fozzie in Shrewsbury because we knew we were going to Scotland after going to Ireland. We wanted to get somewhere that made the journey from up to Scotland less. So Liverpool was a good connection point. It would have been fine if the flight was on time. But we got to Perth at like 10 o'clock at night, up past 10 at night. And we only had a day and a half in Scotland and then was travelling back again. So it gave us less time in Scotland. So that was a really busy week. Left home on the Monday morning, flew out to Northern Ireland on the Monday afternoon. Got there sort of Monday evening, I think it was, late afternoon. Left Northern Ireland on the Wednesday afternoon. Went to Scotland, left Scotland on the Friday lunchtime. Got home again Saturday morning. Busy week. But really packed a lot in that week.
Okay, Torino Airport, which is southern Switzerland,
Okay.
northern Italy kind of area,
Yeah.
to London Stansted.
Oh.
So LIMF EGSS, an hour and 25 minutes
That sounds good.
in the 738.
Perfect. There you go. Keep a note of that. We're doing that Thursday night.
Yeah.
So we'll break out the Zebo. I wonder if any of the newbies are around. I wonder if they can get taught on the Zebo in like 3 or 4 days. Like, well, Don Radio can fly the Zebo, can't he?
Yep.
I wonder if Dylan's still watching. Dylan, book yourself a masterclass with Roxy. You wouldn't even need to start the plane. You could self-start the plane. It's only a case of programming the FMC.
Yeah.
And that's easy, just a step-by-step. Even starting the plane's easy if you do it step-by-step.
It is, yeah.
Almost everyone knows the Zebo. I'm surprised how easy it is. I'm here but not sure if I round on Thursday yet. Oh, Dylan. Going away on holiday on Saturday. Not going to be around on Thursday. I just... Another one gone. It's 2 hours to Stansted from Torino. I just checked on Ryanair, says Spasimo.
Sim Toolkit process different.
Unsure if you'll be here for Wreckfest either. Well, I should just remove all your things in Discord then. Nice knowing you, Dylan. Why is everyone going on holiday if none of the shops is open in Spain? He's not going to Spain.
Oh, where's Arnie? Hello. Oh, brother. Oh, no, I can see. Got it. Yeah.
You're having your hair cut on Wednesday. That don't take hours, does it? You've got all day doing nothing else with your time. That's devotion to the streams, isn't it? Devotion to the community. Ever gone to Edinburgh by train from London? I've done it in train sim. Feels like I need to go on Ryanair to Spain. So is anything open? Stuff's open in Spain. Not everything's shut. Probably you can't come back. You come back, you got to self-isolate for 2 weeks. So there's no point going, really.
Oh, yeah.
It's a booked appointment. I've moved my whole family's schedule around for months to be on these streams. And so you should. Andrew, thanks very much for the follow. So, no, can't do that, family. Sorry. No, I'm streaming. No, I'm on a stream. No, I've got to watch a stream. It's easier during the week now. Just block out 7 till 9, Wednesday to Friday. No, can't do anything. My whole life's revolved around these flipping streams. It's a bit easier now, but when I used to finish work at 5, go and see my parents, and then be streaming at 7, I sometimes wouldn't get in the door till like 6:30. And literally had to come upstairs whilst trying to get changed halfway up the stairs, turn the PC on, shove something in my mouth, then sit down. The average flight time from England to Italy is 2 hours and 12 minutes. Oh, okay. We'll see. Maybe if Roxy's got a bit of time in the week and he wants to do a VATSIM flight, maybe try it, Roxy.
Yeah.
Do it the other way or something. See how long it is. You just lock your door and block everyone out. I see land. There is land. Ahoy.
Ahoy! Yeah, I've just done a flight plan. It says 1 hour 40 minutes ETE.
Okay. So a bit of prevailing wind, whatever. No, okay, it's not bad. If we get ready to taxi or ready to push back at 7 o'clock, then that's going to be fine.
Depending on what cost index you put in as well. If you obviously put your cruise speed up a little bit, like 0.8 rather than 0.76.
And you get there a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout, actually. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I'll do a test later.
Okay. Right. So there is Ireland. With 38 minutes to go. You managed to crash and mess up the autopilot in the 172 recently. Not sure how well the Zebo would go. Honestly, Dylan, flying the Zebo is easier than flying the 172. If you've got an ILS approach, you pretty much take off. So there's a button on the dash. You just press it. Dink. That puts your throttles up. You then pull up, keep it level to above 400 feet, put the autopilots on, gear up, flaps up, sit back and relax. Next thing you have to do is keep it on the speed brake when you're descending and lower the gear ready to land. And then turn the autopilot off somewhere where you're near the runway. That's it.
Super easy. And there is actually a Zebo Copilot plugin where you just hotkey it to a button and you don't have to do any of that. You just press a button and it does it for you. Starts your engine. Oh, the only thing it doesn't do, sorry, start your engine. You have to start them manually.
Oh, but that's an awesome
turn
bit.
The dial. But other than that, it switches it all on, it does all of your lights, it does your gear, it does your flaps, the whole works.
So yeah, if you're around Dylan, you got the time. Once you get in the Zeebo, it's flipping awesome. I feel like I'll be able to take off and cruise, but landing was difficult. It's not. Again, if you tune an ILS approach and you've got the speeds, you're adjusting the speed down as you should do, it will line you up with the runway. You'll be going as slow as you need to do. Your flaps are down, your gear's down. I turn my autopilot off when I'm like 100 feet from the ground, back the throttles all the way off, and just get it on the runway. Providing you've set the route up correctly and it lines you up with the runway, the landing's the easy bit.
Mm-hmm.
Steve needs that plug-in. No, I'm fine with the Zeebo. I'm fine with the 757 now and the 767. I can start those, program those, get them in the air and get them down. The E175, okay with that now. I've got the MD-80, the 727, and the DC-8 I really need to fly. It will take 2 hours to Italy. Yeah, you keep saying that, Spasimo. Hour and 40 minutes, according to SimBrief. So yeah, Thursday flights are difficult generally. I say come September when everyone's back at work, hopefully, then the stream schedule will change. Some stuff will come in, some stuff will go out. So yeah, just doing one flight on a Sunday and maybe the odd Saturday night late night flight is okay, but maybe every 2 or 3 weeks we'll have one in on a Thursday night. Remember flying the 737 FSX, managed to get it up and sort the autopilot out, but that was not a cold and dark start. The cold and dark start's really easy in the Zeebo. Again, you haven't got to do it, but as Roxy just said, with that auto co-pilot plug-in, it will do it all for you. And I have got a tutorial that isn't a tutorial out there on the Zeebo. My way of starting it. I love starting everything from cold and dark now. Especially the Zeebo.
It's the only way to do it.
Yeah. It's just
What
all part of...
turns a game into a simulation.
Yeah. Especially, you know, the Zeebo's got that thing, even the Ryanair version, is you get the music playing. I love that music. When you're sat there setting it up, you've got music that's obviously playing in the cabin behind you, and you've got the voices of people talking as they're boarding, and this flight attendants talk to you, and you get the announcements and stuff. It's just a whole immersion thing going on. I just wish a lot of the other paid aircraft did that. You know, the 757 and 767 are flipping awesome, but that Zeebo just gives you everything and free. So yeah, so I want to use that again. Say Saturday night then, if we do a late night flight, I'll drag the 75 out. Yes, Kieran, thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. Yes, Crisp, I haven't had that for a bit either. A few months ago, that was going off every 10 minutes. But thank you very much. It's yeah, it does surprise me. I leave that volume set. I used to, on the old mixer, turn all that down when I was recording stuff for YouTube. I just leave everything set now. So it occasionally I've been recording stuff and people have subscribed and I've heard the music. the noise when you get a subscribe. Oh crap! But yes, I did forget about that. But yeah, thank you, Kieran. That will go towards a DLC or a thing. My Steam fund. Right, so how are we doing? Let's have a quick look where we are. It's relatively spaced out. So Sander in front of me, Roxy over to my left, and Gaz just behind me. The Qatar is 2 hours and 5 minutes late to Doha. Well, planes do get late. The weather not looking too bad over here in Ireland. The BA flight behind me. 744. 31,000 feet. Climbing. So where's that come out of then? Possibly Heathrow. Oh, it's gone now. I left JFK 4 hours and 11 minutes late. I think I left the Canaries once. I had like a 2-hour delay. Toad McNinja. Howdy doodly doo. With the Zebo, can you just select a download flight plan into the FMC? Yes. Yeah, you just put it into the output folder, FMC plans in X-Plane, your X-Plane directory, and then you could just import that. You have to do a couple of more bits with it. Your arrival, your approach, and your departure. But that's easy if you follow the flight plan from SimBrief. But it's really, I was scared of the FMC at first. I could get the plane started, but the FMC scared me. It's actually, when you know what each bit does and the order which to do it in, it's actually really simple. So yeah, you just set your route up in SimBrief, download it, put it into your FMS plans folder in the output folder of X-Plane, and then when you're in the plane, you can go co-route, load co-route, type it in. No, you go to co-route, type it in, so da 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 01, execute, loads it, activate it, go to departure, go to arrival, set your SIDs and your stars, done. I remember once I went to Spain when I was 5, and this man from Germany, and he fell into the sea 5 times after recovering. Hey, what? Okay. Well, falling over in the sea is always funny. Sorry. For what, Trent? Or is that just general for... Is it just an apology for everything? Are you just sorry for being Trent? He should be sorry. He's just sorry for everything. just for being here. Yeah, sorry, I'm watching. I do apologise. We've got a couple of people in Discord who've got the honeycomb yoke. Apparently it's brilliant. I will be getting the throttle quadrant when it releases in October. And then some of my flight gear will be going on the eBay. So if I had more room, and I could have the room to do a dual setup, so one for flying, one for driving, I would have a honeycomb yoke eventually, and then just leave it set. Do you think you could do a flight from Birmingham to Corfu? Or will that be long? It'll be as long as it takes in real life. I want to fly. Actually, I did buy it. Yeah, Fuerteventura scenery. I haven't installed it yet. when the Birmingham scenery's out, because I've flown from Birmingham to Fuerteventura twice, so I want to do that flight again. We did it a year ago, so I want to do it in, I don't know what plane it would have been I would have been doing it in, but do it in a Thomas Cook livery, in a plane from Birmingham to Fuerteventura, and that was 4 hours in real life. And I also want to do the Liverpool to Belfast, which is only 30 minutes. When I watch YouTube, when Steve uploads, I always wanted to donate. He might donate again. Well, thank you, Kieran. You could do a flight set up in my spare room. Now, see, that's... My week off in September is to redo this room. I've also got to clear out my spare room, which is full of all the stuff from my parents' place. So I've got to empty that room, and then I want to recarpet it, redecorate it, new curtains, new blinds, blah blah blah, the whole shebang, new lights, blah blah. It's either to have that room as my bedroom and then redecorate my room, and because the internet comes into my bedroom, sits at the front of the house, I could then put my gaming setup in there and have this room as a spare room. But I quite like the fact this room's 8 foot square. It's quite cozy and warm in the winter. It's quite nice being compact and bijou. I don't know if a bigger room would affect the audio. So I don't know. Then having a huge spare room seems pointless. And a huge gaming room seems pointless. Because in the winter I don't have the heating on in this room because it's so small that it keeps itself warm. Not long now till winter. No, exactly. We're in August. Another 2 months. And heating will be on. Dark nights. So by the time we go to the meet up in October, it'll be dark in the evenings. So by the time we leave Cosford, it'll be dark. This is your birthday month, okay? Nearly time for back to school. Yes, September. 4 weeks, isn't it? All the kiddie winkies go back. 4 or 5 weeks. Not long now. All that 6 months off. That's going to be hard. I struggled after having 2 months of furlough. Although I was getting up at the same time, it was still, that first week back was just a complete struggle. So, you know, all these kids that have been staying up till 3 or 4 in the morning and not getting up till lunchtime, all of a sudden they've got to get up for like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. That's going to be fun. So yes, I will attempt possibly to take some pictures. I won't do a time-lapse thing because I haven't got a camera to do a time-lapse of when I strip my room and redo it. So I'm in two minds. I want to redecorate the whole house over the next couple of years. So starting with that, what technically is a spare bedroom, is a good start with an empty room. Am I excited for MSF 2020? No. Depends on what is happening. It might happen if the government closes the pubs and let the schools open, or the schools will be closed, the pubs open again. The pubs are open, but the pubs might close again. Well, if they do, it'll only be because of idiots. A lot of people are adhering to the current government guidelines. It's ruined by those that aren't. Cannot use my old phone for a time lapse. I haven't got my old phone anymore. The only old iPhone I've got in the house is a 5C. I think that would be as great at video quality. I've got an iPad, but that, again, that won't be great. September, schools might open. No, schools are opening in September. It's not might, they are. Or pubs will close. But no, it's not a... My new phone can do time-lapse, but do you think I can honestly stay off my phone for a day? Or for, 5 or 6 hours, however long it takes to take everything off this room, rewire it and put it back again? I'd have to leave my phone strapped somewhere in a corner, plugged in. it says on Twitter. But I thought the last word was that everyone is going back to school in September. Now they're saying they're not. Jesus Christ. I know there have some local re-lockdowns of areas because, again, people are idiots. My neighbours, for the last 5 or 6 weeks now, every single Saturday night have had a party in the back garden. Various families sat out there on their sofa things. No social distancing at all. So if we do end up in a lockdown situation again, it's because people, and they weren't during the lockdown, people weren't adhering to it. And they'd be the ones moaning, going, "Oh, we can't go out. It's your fault." Yeah, all schools will open. So that's what I read. All schools will open in September, but the school have got to have, spacing in between the children, so that you don't sit, two to a desk like you used to, and you don't go out into a playground or whatever. I should imagine lunchtimes you have to be segregated to sit apart. So the schools have got to implement social distancing measures. You're in Leicester and you're in lockdown. That's because obviously everyone in your society, a lot of people where you are then are idiots because they're not adhering to it. You might go to the pub tomorrow before they close again. They're not going to close the pubs again. Not instantly. It won't be a case, although he did put that lockdown thing, like, was it 10 o'clock at night the other night? That started at midnight. He went to Nottingham last week and nobody was distancing. So I went to my local shop on Friday evening. Put my mask on as I went in. No one in the shop was wearing a mask. Nobody. Just people are idiots.
Yep.
It says Boris might close the pubs so the schools can stay open. How? I'm sorry, this might be me. What relation have pubs and schools got? None. What does people drinking in the evening, how is that affecting kids going to school? Lockdown for 2 weeks and another 2. Well, that's what it was originally for the whole country, wasn't it? It was 3 weeks and 3 weeks. We will get another spike, but I think the way they're doing it now is where there's a spike, they're locking it down, rather than lock down the whole country. Sounds like something someone has read on Twitter from some random guy. Yeah. Your work will close again. If my work shuts, that'll be it. I don't think we'll reopen. My future isn't guaranteed at the moment. Well, where I am, it had a spike and didn't go into lockdown. It has to reach a certain level, doesn't it? Thing is, I think majority of people are adhering to it. It's just ruined by the minority, as always. There's a plan to lock down pubs. So school. I do not get the connection. I'm gonna have to Google this. It's what Boris says. It might be two separate things. Boris is probably saying if it keeps going, we'll lock the pubs down again. Not that we'd have to lock the pubs down because we want the schools to open. Just odd. Yeah, that's the only thing that kept me going for the lockdown was I was streaming every day. It was great. It was 3 times a day some days. He said it on Twitter. I'm going to have to look at Boris's Twitter feed then. At least he's not as random as flipping the idiot in America.
So what? What about me? Everything's gone awry with my autopilot. I've just been to get some food.
Right at parking.
Well, I can't see anything in his Twitter feed that says about having to shut pubs to open schools.
Oh, I heard that.
I'll read a full statement here. Some changes planned to August. A little piece postponed. See? Oh, fucking bloody advert. Casinos, bowling alleys, skating rinks remain closed. Yeah, indoor performances will not resume. Pilots of large crowds in sports venues not take place. Wedding receptions, blah 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 blah. And then they're pretty much going to isolate Greater Manchester. Not a bad thing. Yeah, nothing I can see in his Twitter feed about shutting pubs and opening schools. You're being given dedicated seats on the coach to school. Yeah, and so you sit at the same seat every day. In order to keep the virus under control, we're postponing some of the changes we're hoping to. I've just read that.
Dedicated seats. Do you have to screw and unscrew them when you get on and off the bus?
Yeah. Take it with you.
Mm. Give an inflatable seat. Strip out all the seats. Give an inflatable seat.
It'll be a completely different coach every day. Well, that's not good. Surely there should be a way they can talk to the coach company to make sure that same coach goes on the same route every day. Problem is you don't know what it's doing when it drops you off. If it's doing something else after it leaves you and then it comes back to you. But a lot of the coach companies during the week will just use those for doing school trips. So it will go back, sit there and then come back out again. My school is not allowing buses to school. My school wants the students to work or so. But that's good, unless you're like Dylan, you're 40 minutes away from your school. You can't really walk, can you?
Oh, you end up being 40 minutes away from the school.
Not living where the school is?
Well, I thought there were catchment areas and stuff.
Unless he moved recently.
The secondary school that my boy's going to is probably about 40-45 minutes away.
Oh.
You can request a school out of your area. But a lot of people move into a catchment area to be if they want the kids to go to a certain school.
Mm.
Yeah, he wanted to go to a decent school, so it's 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I didn't get that choice. Actually, no, I did get a choice of schools. I got because there was like 3 within where that I could go to, but all my mates were going to the one I ended up going to, so we all went there.
Yeah,
It was never a factor of is it a good school or not. There were 3 like secondary schools. That it was a case of which one you going to. Oh, I'm going to go to that one. Yeah, my brother still won't get on a bus. Won't go on public transport. Hasn't done since this whole thing started. He'll walk everywhere rather than go on public transport.
We're still on the way back from that trip to London even set out from 3 weeks ago.
Am I doing a nice butter landing or a Ryanair landing? I think I've only landed this plane once in the past, so it could go any way.
Ryanair landing. You have to pay extra for landing gear.
You do have, if you want to have a landing, you've got to pay more. I'm also about to see which direction the runway is. That will do. There's one going that way, there's one going that way. Cool, we're coming over the bay then. How much fuel do you have? Plenty.
Oh dear.
Fuel is there. It's over half a tank in each one.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I might be low on fuel.
Oh. Ryanair's a rip-off. They want you to pay for everything. Well, that's their way of making money. That's why they're a budget airline. That's why they're doing so well. You want to take baggage? We'll charge you for that. Wasn't Ryanair one of the airlines that wanted to have standing seats, if that was even a thing, was to have you stood up and stand in a harness like you have in a roller coaster, stand-up roller coaster, because they could get more people on the plane, but it wasn't allowed. Yeah, you got paid to use the toilet on a Ryanair plane, haven't you? It's like a 2-hour flight. I'm sorry, but if you can't go to the toilet before you get on the plane and then wait till you get off the plane, you shouldn't be travelling.
Take an empty bottle with you.
Yeah. Yeah, it must be working, so still a hell of a lot of people using Ryanair. Because it's cheap. You could fly to Amsterdam for like 20 quid. If you've got to spend £10 to take a bag with you, that's still 30 quid. But people go, oh, I'm not paying £10 to take a bag with me. It's still 30 quid to get to Amsterdam. They don't realise how cheap that is. I couldn't get to London for 30 quid from where I am. Well, I could on the National Express, I suppose. Of course the crew don't have to pay. That'll be the next thing, innit? Oh, you're working on that plane today, that'll be 30 quid for the flight.
We'll give you 25 quid to fly this flight, but it's going to cost you 30 quid.
Yeah, it's going to cost you 30 quid. Yeah, I wouldn't work for a company. If they told me, right, you're flying this route and you want to take a bag with you, we'll charge you for that. I'd be like, you can sod right off.
Bring your own plane.
Yeah. I turned down a job once because I had to pay for parking where the job was.
Ooh.
I was like, no. Do you want me to work where your building is and you want me to travel there? I am not going to pay to park there. No thanks. I know people do. People that work in shops in town centres and have to pay for parking, blah, 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 or have to get the bus. But no. If you're earning a lot of money and that's all part of it, great. Thankfully, everywhere I've worked as well in the last 20 years, I haven't had to pay for tea and coffee, so that's a plus as well. You've never been on EasyJet or Ryanair? Yeah, I've only done EasyJet. Right, so making our way. So we're coming across up towards Limerick. And then from Limerick we got the bay in front of us. And 2 runways at Shannon. Actually, no, one runway, so I need to change my course really, don't I? Because that's not a runway anymore. That used to be. That's now a taxiway. I might need to change my course a bit. So I think I need to change and go to Rosrow. Rosrow? So we'll do that now.
I'm lagging behind slightly because I accidentally knocked off LNAV. Or something. Knocked something off. I'm just randomly flying.
Ah. Inconvenient. Alright, Rosrow. There we go. So that will turn me to Rosrow. You used to fly with BMI Baby when you were a baby.
Body mass index.
Yeah. So we'll come in on runway
24.
24. So heading of 240 then. So when I get to Rosero, I'll turn on 240 and we should be lined up with the runway. That's the plan. Yeah, I've only flown Thomas Cook and EasyJet. Well, me and my family used to fly for Monarch, but they went bust for no reason. Oh, there was a reason that they went bust. Keyword is should be lined up with the runway. Well, I'm flying now to... So I'm here. So I'm now aiming for this waypoint here. By the time I get there, Roxy would have gone round. And then when I get to Rosero, I'll then turn onto a heading of 240, which will be runway heading, and will line me up with the runway. That's the plan. Stan. If I put that heading in now, that'll be ready.
I'll do my final turn now and heading to Rosero as well.
Cool. 240. What was that reason? I want to know. Ask Google. TUI and Emirates, the only people I've flown with recently. Emirates supposed to be really nice for long distance stuff. And Qantas as well. I would still love to do that, like 16-hour, 18-hour flight, whatever it is, to Perth in one go. No, end of the stream this will be. Yeah, evening streams are generally 2 hours, and the Sunday afternoon one roughly. He was only in economy with Emirates, but it's quite nice on the A380. Oh, very nice. I haven't watched that video, mainly because I don't like Sam Chewy anymore. But Sam Chewy's done a video on the last 747 flight. There's still 747s around. There'll still be cargo variants. So we're trying to plan a plane spotting day at East Midlands, which we'll discuss in a couple of weeks' time, because we'll be right near it, and see if we can do one in September on a Saturday, the day of plane spotting. And then hopefully get a cargo variant coming in and going out.
The great thing about plane spotting at East Midlands is there's a pub at the bottom of the road.
Now we had lunch last time.
Mm-hmm.
$175 feet per minute. 12 feet per minute. Blimey. My latest BT bill is ready. I haven't got BT. Hope that's not my old man's BT bill, because I've paid that. Oh, Richard Hammond's got a new show coming to Amazon. They've all got their own shows now coming to Amazon. James May's got his cooking show. Richard Hammond's apparently got a new show coming. Clarkson's got his farming show coming. And the Grand Tour that we were supposed to get this year will now be next year. I'm guessing my guess isn't going to happen. I was just hoping we'd run out of fuel. I've still got half a tank of fuel in each tank. So unless my fuel economy, like in the trucking stream, goes rapidly up, I should be fine. Weather's coming in a bit though, so I'll descend slightly. Explain OZ. It's going. Right, 1.5 miles from our turn point. So airport is down there. So I'm going to back off the power. And I'm going to go to heading mode now. Pronounced Oz, as in buzz. Okay. So you're an Aussie then, I'm guessing. Oh, there is the runway. Da, 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 da. That's not bad. I can live with that. Right, so let's descend our way down. You're Australian. We won't hold it against you, it's fine. What PC specs do I have? Most of them are below the stream. The i7 32 gig, 64 gig, 32 gig of RAM, GTX 1080, lots of SSDs and M2 drives. I need to update that because all the screen specs are wrong now. And the hardware is well out of tune now. Red lights flashing. Yeah, that's fine. You're running an i7 first gen on a GT... Wow, what? You got a first gen i7 with a GT 710? Blimey. That's like about 15 quid's worth of graphics card. No offence. My first graphics card was a GTX 750. And I went to a 970. Then the 1080. Right, gear down. Your first graphics card had 256 of VRAM. Oh my god, that's some... Okay, that was a bit of turbulence I didn't quite expect. Right, in we come. You're still running a GTX 750. I love my 970. The 970, I only changed because I had an i5, well, it's now my streaming rig, an i5 with a 970 in, and it was just really starting to struggle with running Firmbus and streaming as well. I think if I'd have had another rig at the time that I could have also used as a streaming rig, it would have probably been okay. But that was 3 years ago now. I upgraded from that. You started with a 780. Yeah. But I'm trying to get into streaming. Plex Plane 11, Light Flying GA aircraft. Do you have any tips for a new streamer? Be consistent. So when you're going to stream, try and keep the audience entertained, which is something I've failed at for the last 4 years. Don't have dead air.
Flaps. Flaps.
And try and put out as much quality as far as sound and image as you can.
Unstable. Unstable.
The fact that Roxy's just sat on the end of the runway for me is slightly concerning.
No, I'm turning off now.
Okay.
Plane stopped a little bit quicker than I thought it would. A bit of a taxi along the runway.
I'm an educational channel, no entertainment needed. Yeah, nowhere does it say I've got to be entertaining. Butter. Roxy wins. So landing recorded at 94 feet per minute.
Nice.
That's not bad for G8. Some people are only here for the sleep assistance. Indeed, Larwood. I found it rather oddly my engines now aren't working.
Does it mean am I going
What
now?
microphone are you using? Harman Kardon. No, it's not. Audio Technica 80-2020. But I'm running it through a mixing desk, whatever the hell it is. Xenix QX2222 mixing desk, and a Alesis 3632 audio compressor.
Oh, yeah.
And running the stream on a separate streaming rig as well. You can't believe he gets 400. Well, it could be anything. The X-Plane Oz, there is a setup video on my YouTube channel showing you my setup, which I will do again when I've redone the setup. Well, that cut out again. That was a thing. Wow, okay, engines won't stay running. Why is that? I wonder if it's a fuel tank thing. I wonder if it's a fuel... Yeah, I wonder if I should have switched fuel tanks. Left engine, 50 gallon usable fuel selector. Crossfeed on, crossfeed off. It might have been a... it might have been a fuel tank thing. So lucky I landed, otherwise I might run out of fuel. Is another stream later on. No, not on a Sunday. I take a Sunday night off, and currently a Monday and Tuesday, which will change in a couple of weeks' time. So I could have died. No, it's fine. So anyway, yes, a couple of us made it. I don't know where Gaz ended up. Where'd you end up, Gaz? Did you give up? Oh no, he is there.
Hmm?
You are there.
Yeah.
We won't be able to see you land because you're not in X-Flight, but he is there on his way in. But I made it, Roxy made it, and Sander made it. So there'll be another flight stream on Thursday where we're going from Torino to Stansted, where I'll be whipping out my Zebo and doing a jet flight Thursday. Next stream will be... well, currently anyway, unless I get really bored on Tuesday, it'll be Wednesday night, back with some Wreckfest, Thursday then is flight. Friday is some multiplayer trucking carrying on in Iceland, where we got to yesterday because we didn't do it Friday because it was too hot. And Saturday night then will be something, possibly some Forza in multiplayer, some Forza Horizon 4, carrying on the idea we had of just having one car for the whole night. So you've got to choose really wisely about the vehicles that you use. But we will see. And then next Sunday, carrying on in flight as well. Damn it, you'll miss Forza. Are you missing everything? It's going on holiday, Dylan. See? Not here Wednesday, not here Thursday. Might be here Friday for trucking. Not here Saturday. Not here the whole of next week. It's just inconvenient. Right then. Anyway, we'll leave Gaz on his approach because you won't see him land. And we will say to Explain Oz, thanks so much for the follow. To Andrew, thanks for the follow. To Bastian, thank you. Mr. Master Pilot, thank you for the follow. He might have to cancel a holiday. To Sander, thanks for joining us. If you want to do some jet flying in your round on Sunday night, for Thursday night rather, more than welcome to join us for that. And oh yes, the donation. I did forget about those. And thank you to Kieran for the donation and sending off the music. And to Roxy, cheers Roxy.
Thank you, Steve.
We'll catch you for Wreckfest Wednesday.
Indeed you will.
And for Flying Thursday.
Yep.
And Trucking Friday.
Yep.
Cool. Blimey. Cool. And to Gaz. Cheers, Gaz.
Yeah.
We'll catch you if you're around next week for something.
Yeah.
Wreckfest maybe. Trucking maybe.
Yep.
Forza maybe.
Yep.
And flight maybe.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Lots of yeses. So there we go. We will, we'll end there. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everybody. I'm back on Wednesday night for some Wreckfest even. And say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.